What's up, everyone? Elise and Josh here from Think Fit. We are back with series number three in regards to our journey and insights of our current studies with PH360, learning all about epigenetics. And this is helping us better understand clients and help understand their health types to get them to the best version of themselves with their health and fitness. So, I guess for yourself, have you ever pondered how maybe a single fertilized cell can create a complete human with absolute diverse traits? Well, that's what we're going into today, where we're going to be unraveling the secrets of embryonic development and formation of phenotypes. There's a lot of big words in there, so we're going to do our best to digest that for you. And Josh will give you a little intro to that.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mouthful. So basically, the reason we're heading into this direction is because what we talked about yesterday, which was the phenotypes. So this is kind of the start of that process, and it all happens in the embryonic journey. So basically, the fertilized egg gets to a point where I'm going to skip over a little bit because it's a bit dense. But basically, your embryo ends up in a certain layer within your mum. And then you start to develop more than just a bunch of cells, right? You start to develop different dermal layers, and these dermal layers are responsible for the growth of different cells within your body that create different organs and stuff. So what happens is we have all of these dermal layers. It's not as if we don't get one or the other. It's just the fact that when our genes respond to the environment, we get more energy inputted into certain layers. And if we're to dive into those layers a little bit more, you'll understand a bit more about the circle that we're going to show you eventually with PH360 and how it defines the 6 health types that relate to your phenotype, so how you look and why you develop the way you developed. So the first one to kind of look at is the endoderm. So Elise, what's involved in the endoderm?
Yeah, absolutely. So, in terms of the endoderm, think about gut. So, you've got things like pancreas, GI tract, liver, thyroid. Then we also have the mesoderm. So, we can think of this as like muscular. So, connective tissue, cartilage, skeletal muscles, tendons, ligaments. And then you've got the ectoderm, which is a little bit more neural. A lot more to do with the brain and the spinal cord.
Yeah, awesome. So, like I said earlier, it's there's a circle. So we're talking about 3 derm layers now. So meso, ecto, endo. With this circle, we actually change it into 6 types. So you can kind of have a little bit of energy from 2. Not a little bit of it. You get more energy in 2 areas versus the third area in some people. And this helps us describe our health types. So when we think of the ectoderm, the body itself, what we usually think of is like that skinnier frame, that lighter person, and they're usually the ones that we call ectomorphic. They're actually, sensitive to sound, stress, and external stimuli, and that's because the way their body has been built within embryo. And this process just means that some of the things that they come across in life, they're more receptive to or have greater advantages in other areas they don't. If you were to look at someone who was more developed in the mesoderm, we call them mesomorph type people. They are better at sports. It's just not all sports. It should be sports where more muscular, more power, more balance, and coordination is involved. And they tend to be like high energy people. And then we look at the endomorphs, at least, and with the endomorphic type of people, what are they what's their role in society?
Yeah, so mainly you'll see that endomorphic is a little bit of a larger build. They're more of a guardian in terms of, more of sorry, let me use my words better. They're more of a bigger frame, but they're in, a guidance kind of, they're always worrying about everyone else before themselves. And they're just in a really giving and grateful space. So they're kind of the traits that you would see from endomorph.
Yeah, just to add to that, so their large frame helps them to handle stress better as well. So, like Elise said, their ability to navigate family issues and be that great protector. And, in the future, when we talk about the guardian, who's part of the endomorph, they're known as like the bear. They can take on a lot of extra energy and store that so they can hibernate and protect other people and stuff. It's actual because they have those endomorphic tissues. what you'll find is that they actually have greater ability to absorb nutrients from food, and that's why they're able to hold greater weight, and they have that thicker frame. So that's just some of the interesting stuff that we've learned about mesomorph, endomorph, and ectomorphs, and super excited to dive into this more as we head into the other sciences next episode to help you better understand what we're learning, but then help you maybe come on this journey with us and, create a new perspective for you to how you can face your life and improve your health and fitness.
Absolutely. And if your brain hurts, that's very normal. Ours does right now too. But thank you for following along with the journey, and we'll see you back in the next series of our learnings. Bye.